Performance USA, the entertainers in America, as requested by you, the men and women in the United States Armed Forces throughout the world. Command Performance, presented this week and every week till it's over there. Greetings and salutations, gang. Here comes another group of Hollywood's finest in answer to your request to Command Performance, Armed Forces Radio, Los Angeles, USA. And here's your MC for tonight's soiree, the voice himself, in the flesh, what there is of it, Frank Sinatra.
With her high starch collar and her high top shoes and her hair piled high upon her head, she went to find a jolly hour on the trolley and found my heart instead. With my light brown derby and my bright green tie, I was quite the lonesomest of men. I started the end, so I counted to 10. Then I counted to 10 again. Clang, clang, clang went the trolley. Ding, ding, ding went the bell. Zing, zing, zing went my heartstrings. For the moment I saw her, I fell. Chug, chug, chug went the motor. Bump, bump went the brake. Thump, thump, thump went my heartstrings. When she smiled, I could feel the car shake. I tipped my hat and took a seat. I said I hoped I hadn't stepped upon her feet. I asked her name and lost my breath. She looked so lovely that it scared me half to death. Buzz, 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 buzz went the buzzer. Flop, flop, flop went the wheels. Stop, stop, stop went my heartstrings. As she started to leave, I took hold of her sleeve with my hand. And as if it were planned, she stayed on with me, and it was grand just to stand with her hand holding mine to the end of the line. Thank you, fellas. And now it's a pleasure to introduce someone you're always glad to see, the gal who's been over there in your backyard so often in person, Miss Frances Langford. Frances, welcome to Command Performance again.
Thank you, Frank.
By the way, who else is on the show tonight?
Well, as far as I know, there'll just be you and me.
Just the two of us, huh? Well, well, well. Sounds kind of cozy, doesn't it?
Now, look, Frank, don't start anything. Remember, I've got you outweighed.
All right, never get fresh with you, Frances. You're nice and sweet. And besides, I've seen what you did to Bob Hope's nose.
Well, maybe it'll be fun at that, just the two of us.
Sure, who knows? A thing like this could blossom into a beautiful romance.
Romance? Oh, Frank, I can never think of you that way. You're too adolescent.
Did you say adolescent or convalescent?
Well, I meant that you seem a little too juvenile, if you'll forgive me.
But I'm not juvenile, Frances, not at all.
Be truthful, Frank. Did your father ever tell you about the birds and the bees?
Sure, and I took it too seriously, hey. I was 17 before I found out it was no fun going out with a canary.
I knew you didn't know anything about women. I saw you in Griffith Park with a girl.
What about it?
You were playing golf.
What do you want in the daytime? I'm really not adolescent at all, though, Frances, and after you spend an evening alone with me, you'll realize it.
Some chance of being alone with you, Frank. Your fans must know you're here. They'll be battering down the door any minute.
Well, we might be bothered a little bit, but I don't care. I'm tickled to death the kids like me because I like them. And those kids are sure loyal. They stick to me no matter what...
Say, Frank, I'm sorry to interrupt, but there's a young lady outside who wants an autograph.
Already?
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, Frank, she's little Elizabeth Taylor.
You mean the little girl who was so wonderful in National Velvet?
That's the one.
Gee, I didn't know she was one of my fans. Well, tell her to come right in, Dad.
Right this way, Miss Taylor.
I hate to burst in like this, but when I heard who was here tonight, I just had to come over.
Oh, that's all right, Elizabeth.
I've simply got to have the autograph of my very favorite singer.
Only too happy.
So would you sign right here, Miss Langford?
Miss Langford, she said.
Well, I'd be happy to give you my autograph, Elizabeth. Here, give me your book.
Oh,
There
thank
you
you
are.
so much, Miss Langford. I have the autograph of every famous person in the nation now.
Isn't there one missing? How about Frankie's?
I haven't got his yet, but I've got Eleanor's.
No, dear, you don't seem to understand. Didn't you ever hear of a Frankie who sings? I sing for a living.
Well, how can anybody be sure?
That I'm a singer?
No, that you're living.
I can't stand all this flattery. It's too much for me. Look, forget my charm for a minute, will you, dear? I have some news for you. I'm Frank Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra?
Yes,
Oh, my goodness. I'm terribly sorry for what I said about the way you look.
that's better.
If you're Frank Sinatra, you've got a right to look that way.
Gee, thanks.
Imagine me meeting Frank Sinatra. I've got to phone the girls in our fan club right away.
Oh, then you are fans.
Oh, I should say so. Every one of us. May I use your phone?
Sure, here it is. Tell me the number and I'll dial it for you.
Oh, that's nice of you. But you'd better save your strength. I'll do it.
Hello?
Girls, are you listening? Guess who I'm standing right next to? Frank Sinatra.
Oh, Elizabeth, touch him and tell us if he does anything to you.
Okay. Mr. Sinatra, the girls want me to touch you.
Oh, all right. Here, touch me on my chest.
Would you mind pointing it out to me?
Now, this whole thing is just a waste of time. Here, touch me on my arm.
All right. Girls, I just touched Frank Sinatra.
How was it, Elizabeth?
He was right. The whole thing is just a waste of time.
Elizabeth, listen.
Hey, look. Now you can find that get us.
Oh, that's silly. I couldn't do that.
Oh, go on, Elizabeth. You're a club member. You've got to.
What do they want, dear?
Well, they want me to touch you on the Adam's apple.
That's ridiculous, the Adam's apple.
Well, they want me to.
Oh, all right. Go ahead. Well, what's the delay?
I'm waiting for it to come up from behind your bow tie. Here it comes now. I did it, girls.
Did you really? Tell us, Elizabeth. How did his neck feel?
Well, I don't quite know how to describe it, girls. But do you remember Thanksgiving and the turkey?
This has gone far enough.
Goodbye, girls. I'll talk to you later. Thank you very much for your cooperation, Mr. Sinatra. I'm sure the girls in the AR fan club are very grateful.
The AR fan club?
Oh, didn't I tell you? We girls are just crazy about Andy Russell.
Good night, Miss Taylor.
Good night, Mr. Sinatra.
Was that one of your loyal fans, Frank?